What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. On the grind, it's my birthday, lots of news to get through, so quickly, before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help support my channel, then subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. I'm aiming for 8,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. At the time of recording this video, we're now less than 300 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also, you can find my social media links, Twitter and Instagram, in the description below, and the links to them popping up on screen if you want to go and search for me and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. You can also find my email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos or any general business inquiries. We've got daily Manchester City transfer updates coming up on July 27th when the transfer window does reopen. And don't forget also, leave your thoughts in the comments below with these transfers, and also leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. We've been smashing past them 300 like goals that I've set for the last couple of videos, so let's up the notch a bit. 350 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Lots to get through. Let's crack on. Contracts first. We're going to start with David Silva. Really interesting. 90-minute footballer reporting David Silva, if he cannot find a suitable club for him this summer, Manchester City have let David Silva know that he is more than welcome to stay at Manchester City for another season, and City have left a 12-month contract extension on the table should David Silva decide that he wants to stay. That, in my opinion, is really generous of Manchester City, and the thought of having David Silva for another season makes me feel warm inside. It makes me feel happy, just so that Manchester City fans can show their love and appreciation for David Silva in person, and he can be given a proper send-off by Manchester City, which, in my opinion, is what David Silva deserves. So, we may well not see the last of David Silva. Watch this space. He does have to find a suitable club first. No update on that. Now, moving on, got another contract update. Pep Guardiola. Now, the Bleacher Report, they're reporting that Pep Guardiola is extremely motivated, now more than ever, at being at Manchester City. You can tell how passionate he's become in his press conferences, and it seems that everybody is against Manchester City, and this is adding fuel to his motivation that City, now more than ever, are very confident that Pep Guardiola will extend his stay beyond his contract, which expires in the summer of 2021. The thought of Pep Guardiola getting a contract extension, again, makes me feel very happy and very warm inside. A long-term contract extension to Pep Guardiola would be one of, if not the best bit of business that we could do this summer. Now, lastly, got a little bit of a contract update with Kevin De Bruyne. Now, Metro are reporting that De Bruyne, he's set to be offered a new contract at Manchester City. It's going to be worth over £300,000 per week. I wish I was on £300,000 per week. Anyway, City are confident that now that the Champions League ban has been overturned, that Kevin De Bruyne is going to commit his long-term future to Manchester City. And once Kevin De Bruyne hopefully signs that contract, City are then going to turn their attention to a long-term contract extension for Raheem Sterling, and they're wanting to offer him similar contract to what Kevin De Bruyne is going to be offered. So we could well this summer be seeing not only David Silva, Pep Guardiola and Kevin De Bruyne, but also Raheem Sterling signing new contracts. That would be absolutely brilliant. So let's move on to the out. The first story is a player I've not mentioned in quite a while. It comes in the form of Uriel Antuna. I've not heard of him in a while, I'll be honest. He signed for Chivas late last year. I think it was November 2019, and Manchester City recently were due a payment of around 11 million US dollars, and this fee hasn't been paid to Manchester City. The transaction hasn't gone through. Now, the Mexican side, they're struggling apparently with a lot of debt, so I'm hoping that they can get that sorted, get their finances sorted, and then Man City can be paid their money that they are owed for the player. So obviously not a great situation for Chivas, and I'm hoping that they can recover from that and City can get their money and everybody then is happy. So keeping an eye on that with developments. We've got an update on Bernardo Silva. Now, it's not the most reliable sport. It's coming from Le 10 Sport in France. They're reporting Bernardo Silva is a target for Barcelona. Now, Barcelona don't have a lot of cash to spend this summer, but it would make sense for them to make a move for Bernardo Silva because he would suit their system, he would suit their style of football. But it's been reported that Antoine Griezmann of Barcelona would first have to leave, although the report does add that they're not expecting Antoine Griezmann to leave Barcelona this summer. I personally do not see Bernardo Silva leaving Manchester City anytime soon, and if Bernardo Silva did want to leave Manchester City, it would take a monstrous big offer to prize him away from Manchester City. That whilst Bernardo Silva might not have hit the heights that he hit in the previous season, he is still an extremely good player, and I'd want a lot of money for him. And so, for the comments, if Bernardo Silva was to be sold to Barcelona, perhaps not this summer, but maybe next summer, what would you accept for a bid for Bernardo Silva? Let me know in the comments below. So we're going to move on to the ins, and we've got an update on what we was reporting on yesterday, Ferran Torres. We know there's an agreement in place between the players' representatives and Manchester City. Apparently Ferran Torres is keen on a move to Manchester City. We know that a fee needs to be agreed between Manchester City and Valencia. Valencia are aware of the interest and are happy to negotiate somewhere between 30 million and 40 million euro. Now, the update we've got today is that Ferran Torres, he isn't 100% decided on what he wants to do for his future. All I know is he's got a great opportunity to work with Pep Guardiola to go and play in the Champions League for next season and be able to, over the next couple of seasons, really develop his game. So the move would make sense. Of course, from a social side for him, moving his family over and stuff, it's going to be a very difficult move. City first struggled to persuade Aymeric Laporte to come over to Manchester City. It took a couple of attempts to sign him over a couple of transfer windows. So it might be the same with Ferran Torres. I'm not too sure. He's 20 years old, so he's not going to be decided. It's going to be very difficult to get it through. So it's going to be Manchester City are going to need to try and persuade Torres to try and sign for City. The simple fact is that Valencia, they're wanting the cash. Whilst he's not going to sign a new contract, they will sell this summer. He might sign a contract extension. I don't know how much money he'd be on, but you would have thought that Manchester City would be offering him a lot more money. So we'll wait and see what happens with the developments there. City have got all the agreements in place. It's all now down to the player, and then a fee can be agreed once City get word that the player is keen on a move to Manchester City. I will keep my eyes and ears peeled for development. And now we've got an update on Lautaro Martinez of Inter Milan. Now, Sky Sports have been reporting that Manchester City, they are having a good look at the Inter Milan forward. Inter want his release clause met, £98.5 million. Manchester City apparently are seeing Martinez as the long-term Sergio Aguero replacement, and Lautaro Martinez is believed to be on Manchester City's radar. He has been reported before as being one of 4 targets that Manchester City are targeting this summer. Now, just my personal opinion, whilst the source is credible, I don't see Manchester City spending £98.5 million on a player this summer. Mainly because that breaks our transfer strategy. As much as I would love for us to go and spend nearly £100 million on a player just to annoy every single club out there, in particular UEFA and Premier League clubs as well, and reactions to that would be marvellous, and it's a video I really would like to do. I just don't see us breaking our transfer strategy to do this. Maybe next summer a move would make sense. Personally, I'd prefer Haaland at Borussia Dortmund. Give him one more season there, see if there's some kind of release clause, and try and persuade him to join Manchester City. City have also got links with Haaland, of course, with his father playing for Manchester City. There's pictures of Erling Haaland also in a Manchester City shirt when he was younger too. So I feel like it's something that we could perhaps get done if we seriously wanted to get it done. And I do feel like Haaland would suit the Premier League. His pace and his finishing would be a fantastic attribute for Manchester City. So we'll wait and see. I'm not going to say no to Martinez because I think he's a very good player. I just prefer Haaland. That's just my opinion. Love to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. Now, we've got a couple of new names. The first one comes in the form of PSG youngster Alger Dale Bitshiabu. I'm probably butchering his name and I apologise, but he's a centre-back, 15 years old. Have a listen to this. He is 6'5". He is 15 years old. There's lots of interest in him. Manchester City are having a good look at him. 6'5" for a 15-year-old. Wow, that's incredible. I've just made a note that if football doesn't work out for him, a career in the NBA may be a perfect and ideal move for the PSG youngster. So we'll see what happens there. Now, last of the new names comes in the form of Diego Carlos of Sevilla. Now, Mike McGrath at the Daily Telegraph I'm not too sure how reliable this is, I'll be completely honest, but it's emerging that the 27-year-old centre-back may be a top target for Manchester City this summer. I don't know too much about the player, highly regarded at Sevilla, and apparently he's had a really good season there, so that would explain the interest in Manchester City. And of course, it'll have a release clause at Sevilla, so it saves us doing negotiations and stuff. But as far as I'm aware anyway, Kalidou Koulibaly and Milan Skriniar are the top targets for City. At centre-back, City are also having a look at other centre-backs. Perhaps Diego Carlos is a contingency to both of them, so we know that Manchester City will perhaps be signing some centre-back this season. I don't know too much about Diego Carlos, like I said. All I know is he's highly regarded by Sevilla and he's had a good season. Don't know much else other than that. Maybe people can enlighten me. So there we go, that's been the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. Aiming for 350 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Let me know your thoughts of these transfers in the comments below. Bernardo Silva's value, what do you value him at? Let me know your thoughts on Martinez as well, Haaland. Let me know in the comments below. I'm always interested in what people do have to say. And don't forget, also subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I upload, so you can stay in the loop with the latest Manchester City news and transfer news. Aiming for 8,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links popping up on screen, and you can find them links in the description below too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. You can also find my email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. I'll have the video link out for the live stream for the Arsenal game that's going to be tomorrow, so you can set your reminder. I'll have that up later today for everybody, so you can go and check that out if you so wish. I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.